If you've been a part of art community for a while now, I think you already saw plenty of style challenges either on Instagram, on YouTube, and now on TikTok as well. But I feel like this challenge is very particular and very specific and way different from other style challenges that we've experienced before. So today I'm attempting to do the viral TikTok art style challenge, and let's see if I will manage to do it. Compared to previous style challenges that were really popular on YouTube back in the day, like, I don't know, 3 years ago or so, this TikTok style challenge is a little bit different. I would say pretty different from those that we are used to. Because the challenges that I'm speaking about were usually about drawing the same thing a couple of times in different styles. So you would end up with 5, 10 different drawings of the same thing. So you would have a different sort of comparison because you could see the entire drawing being done in different styles. So, visually it's a little bit different. However, I feel like this TikTok style challenge is taking a new spin on those style challenges from back in the day, and it's bringing a little bit of freshness to it, which I really, really like. So once the sketch is done, we're obviously moving to the first style of this drawing, which is a top left square. And obviously this is gonna be my style. So here you guys know how it goes. I love me some good marker plus color pencils techniques. So here, after I'm done with the sketching part, I'm obviously applying markers, and then I'm gonna finesse everything with the pencils. And here I'm pretty much not stressing about anything because since we're doing this square in my style, I'm just approaching it as any normal drawing. It was a little bit tricky for me to think of it as just this little square because I was ready to proceed with the entire drawing and color it my way. But I was like, hey girl, like, stop yourself, you're only doing one square, and just do this drawing as a very good representation of your style. The second square, the top right square, is gonna be the anime style. And here I have to admit that I had to do some Googling because as much as I'm familiar with anime manga style, I know that these are two different things, but I think that aesthetic-wise, they are pretty similar still. But yeah, as much as I know this style, I wouldn't be able to replicate it just off the top of my head. So obviously I took some references. I was just trying to pay attention to the things like how anime is colored, how do they use the shading, if they blend the colors together or not. And here what I found really interesting is that even though there is some blending, especially when they use the blush on the cheeks, it's very smooth and neatly done. There are still some places where they use this harsh kind of shading, just putting like a layer of darker color with very visible harsh edge, let's say. And I think this combination of those two elements is very visually intriguing, and I really liked it, and mimicking this effect was really interesting for me as well. Another thing for this manga / anime style are obviously the eyes, and these are so unique and so specific to this exact style that I really try to do my best to mimic that, especially having the reference for this entire drawing, especially also trying to balance the reference that I used for this drawing with the references of the anime style. It was a little bit tricky, but I kind of just followed my gut and drew it as I felt was the best. So yeah, let me know how did I do. I think it looks very intriguing, but I really hope that those of you that are anime fans will let me know if there are any improvements to be done, because I'm sure there are plenty. I must admit that so far I'm really liking this challenge. I kind of love the effect of having the drawing styles, the different drawing styles so close next to each other. But I do see one problem though comparing this style challenge to the previous ones, that without seeing the full drawing done in one style, it's really hard to kind of compare the full illustration and how it looks in different style. But anyway, so far so good, so let's continue on with the drawings. The next style we're gonna try to mimic and approach in this challenge is the cartoon style. And here the cartoon style wasn't really specified, it was kind of the general idea of cartoon style. So while here, I just googled cartoons and I was just trying to like merge all of the styles together. So what I found characteristic about the cartoon style is obviously simplifying everything. So we're not gonna really come across a lot of shading, and if we do, it's rather with flat colors. We're gonna also have a lot of contour. And here, obviously, I know that each cartoon has its own personal, unique style, but yeah, as I told you, I was just trying to merge all of the most popular and the most characteristics effects. So we're going with harsh contour, not a lot of shading, just flat colors, and pretty much simplifying everything. And here I was a little bit skeptical at first because I thought that this style might be the most boring of all of those four. But actually I ended up loving this side just because it was so simple and it was so just straight to the point in a visual way. So I actually really love how it turned out. And the last square, the last style that we're gonna be doing, actually is not really a style in my opinion. It's rather a color effect. And we're gonna be coloring this drawing using inverted colors. And I saw a lot of versions of this challenge with different type of styles, with pop art, with more hyperrealism. But this inverted type of style of coloring really intrigued me because this is something that I've never done. Like 100% I've never done inverted coloring, so I found it super cool and I really wanted to try it out. So yeah, as you can tell, we're coloring with inverted colors. And here it was really tricky because I had to flip the color scheme on the original picture and kind of go off that because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. And I was really excited to see some blues and greens for the face coloring because let's be honest, I don't experiment that much with my drawings and with my color scheme. I never use extraordinary colors for coloring the face. So that's why I really wanted to go for this inverted style of coloring. And even though it might not be my favorite style of all of those four little squares, I think it turned out pretty interesting and it was definitely a little challenge for me to draw in such style. So yeah, let me know how did you like this inverted one, because I'm still not sure if I liked it, but it was definitely very interesting to try doing it, you know? Alright, and that will be pretty much all for today's video. Let me know how did you enjoy this TikTok art style challenge, and obviously which art style is your favorite. Personally, even though I wasn't convinced at first, I think that cartoon style is my favorite, and inverted colors are also pretty intriguing. Anyway, that will be all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like under this, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Take care, bye!